What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Enjoy the babies. We got about a month or so left before they'll be heading for the deep end, and we won't be interacting with the fishies too much. But it's better to be interacting with the fishies than sleeping with the fishies. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. I ate the chip last night, and the chip burned my hair off. Now, actually, I got back from working, and I took a shower, and my wife decided, let me play with your hair a little bit. I'm like, yes, Mom. Stop, it hurts. She said, is that a dreadlock that's forming in the back of your head? Yeah, I was like, it hurts. Anyway, hope you guys are having a great Taco Tuesday. And I was sitting here thinking and contemplating about Dennis Houston, okay? The Cowboys released Dennis Houston, wide receiver, who has played the last 2 weeks, and are hoping that they can get him back on the practice squad, I'm assuming. I am assuming that that is the case. But we learned last week with, oh my God, John Ridgeway, that's not always the case, guaranteed that you're going to be able to bring a guy back. That other teams may look and say, I want that guy. Now, that move may be about getting some space on the practice squad to bring back Michael Gallop. That Michael Gallop might be actually ready to return to the roster this weekend. We did hear that he could be playing this weekend on a pitch count where, you know, he gets 10 or 15 plays or so. So that could be the case, and that's why they said, you know what, we feel good about him coming back. And or it could be about getting Jason Peters actually on the active roster. And so you only have so many spaces and so many moves that you can make. And they probably figured that Dennis Houston, Michael Gallop. Dennis Houston, Michael Gallop. They've invested in Semi, so of course, you know, with the draft pick, so they want to risk that one, I'm assuming. And I guess it just kind of is what it is. We'll see what happens during the week. Tomorrow they get back on the practice field, getting ready for the New York Giants. Now, the Giants coach, he didn't wear a Beat Dallas shirt or anything, but he did send to all the season ticket holders a message to say that bring it on Monday night, you know, like old school, because we're trying to beat the Cowboys. We need some extra oomph from you guys. And the Cowboys are installed as a 2.5-point underdog. And, I mean, you know, Giants they did beat Tennessee on the road. And shout out to the defensive back last night that I swear I thought his neck was broken. He's been released from the hospital, so way to go, buddy. But, you know, here it is. They beat Carolina. They ended up beating the Titans. Maybe both of those teams aren't any good this year. I don't know, but, you know, they got 2 wins. And we're not in a position, you know, with having lost the way we did to Tampa Bay, to be talking about anybody's team. Hell, we don't know if Cincinnati's actually a good team this year. They're 0-2 right now, and it could be that, you know, Cincinnati just had that one-year wonder, and that's that. But we'll have to wait and see how the rest of the season goes. You know, it's still kind of early to find out what teams are what. But if you're Cincinnati right now, you got to be worried with all the money that you spent on the offensive line that you right now are kind of in trouble. Now, an interesting thing as far as our offense goes, shout out to my main man, Brother Rod, who is doing research. He's a numbers guy, and so he's helping me out quite a bit. Interesting thing, and it must have been more of this week than the first week, but the Cowboys using 12 personnel and 21 personnel. Okay, you know I'm a big 12 personal. We're going to change personnel to personal. And for all those out there that want to make fun of me because I ordered a jersey that says 12, it says 12 personal. It is personal to me now, as is dyslexia as well. So laugh all you want, but I'm going to wear it as a red badge of honor. Anyway, 12 personnel is 2 tight ends, 1 running back. 21 personnel is the reverse. It's 2 running backs and 1 tight end. Okay, so the Cowboys have been using both of those sets 38% of the time thus far this season, and actually having success doing so, and are using it the 6th most in the NFL. And I dare say that they should use it actually even more. 12 personnel for the Cowboys last year was actually their most effective package that they used. Yes, it was. 12 personnel having 2 tight ends. And having a lack of great wide receivers, it might not be a bad idea. Although, this week, with probably Dalton Schultz not being able to suit up, you'll probably see more 21 personnel than 12 personnel. Seeing a lot more Zeke and Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard in the 4th quarter had about 90-some yards between. Oh, sorry. I didn't sleep well at the chip last night, and I was up early, and I've literally drove about 340 miles today to get back here, and then had to endure being in the chair with my wife working on my hair. But do I look better? Do I look better? I don't know if you noticed, but see, I've got all this gray. I got like a gray Corella right here, and then I got the gray sideburns like the guy from Sopranos, and then I got this gray dot that's right here. It's just like, it's coming. It's coming. I'm going to call this one the Dallas Cowboys. Thanks, Jerry Jones. Anyway, or is it this side? I can't. It's dark out here. Anyway, there's like a white spot of gray that's right there. Anyway, the Cowboys, at least against Cincinnati, who does have a pretty good defensive front, seemed like their offensive line started doing a bit better, which to me, I don't know that I want to mess with it too much, because you start looking now at Tyler Smith playing really well, or playing pretty good. He hasn't Chaz Greened it yet against 2 really good defensive ends, and he should get better as the season goes on. I'm not sure that I want to take Jason Peters, 40-year-old, and take him and put him over there. I say the future is now. If you drafted him to be Tyron Smith's replacement, start making him, that's permanent. Yeah, this is your home. This is your home. And since Jerry's talking about position flex with Jason Peters, well, then Jason Peters might have to play some guard. A real big guard in there if we need him to. But at the moment, we'll see where it goes. I'm okay with Terrence Steele on one side. I'm okay with Tyler Smith on the other. Of course, I'm happy with Zach Martin. Biotis has actually played better. And Fournette didn't do awful. Didn't do awful. So we'll see where that goes. Jerry, and I haven't had a chance to read the article, but Jerry believes that Dak is going to be back sooner than later. And as I was kind of pointing out, you can finally start to see more pictures of Dak's hand with the brace. So the brace, it's not like we used to have the cast. It's like it's leather, and you've got this band that's right here on the thumb. And so when you look at it, you'll see a bandage, white bandage, like right here. So that looks like where they actually operated. So it's probably broken down here, which might be the best case scenario, that he hit it here and broke the bone here, as opposed to breaking one of these between the 2 of them where it's a compound one, where it would be weaker. Here it seems like you got more meat and more bone, that maybe, just maybe, it won't be as bad as they say it will. Now, I know what some of you guys are saying, that, you're okay with Cooper Rush. You're okay with Cooper Rush until he loses, and then you're going to want to kill him. Like I said before, I'm old enough to remember when people wanted to get rid of him and have Will Grier as the backup quarterback. Starting quarterback, actually. Yeah. All right, good people. Let me get back inside here. I got myself cleaned up and relaxed and everything else. The chip, I tell you one thing. I learned something about the Pacquiao chip. The first time I did the chip challenge, now, no, don't get me wrong, that mother humper is hot. The first time I did the chip challenge, I hadn't eaten all day, and I had a bag of Pacquiao hot chips, right? I ate a whole bag of those with a Coke. So I had that on my stomach. Then I ate the Pacquiao chip challenge chip. on top of it. And all that stuff went into, all those chips in an empty stomach. And then I drank about half a gallon of milk. So if you've ever drank a half a gallon of milk, you get like baby poop. It's bad. It's like a laxative almost. So you could feel literally, the chip going through every inch of my intestines. It was just like, oh my God. I didn't realize how far and long they were. So yesterday, from when I did the chili and spaghetti the day before, I still had spaghetti left over, okay? So I took some of the spaghetti, the pasta, and I made some spaghetti sauce. So I ate some carbs. In fact, I ate quite a bit of carbs. And I ate bread, too, okay? So I had a full belly. I ate the chip. The chip burned my mouth like a mother humper. Had me coughing and hacking as it went down. But it got down in the belly. It was warm, but it wasn't the same feeling. And, a couple times today I did have the fire in the hole, if you know what I mean. But it was nowhere near as bad as what I had before. And I didn't have to drink as much milk. I ate a half a gallon of ice cream. So, yeah, that wasn't as bad as it had been in the past. Am I going to do that again? It would take a whole lot for me to do it again. But now I've done that Pacquiao chip twice. I'm waiting on you, DMV. All right, good people. It's getting dark out here. And the fishies, they've been fed. Hope you're having a great night. Peace.